thank you for joining me tonight, especially since it's the night before Thanksgiving and I know everybody has lots to do. So I really do appreciate you taking the time out to join me for this meditation tonight. I myself have some prep work to do for tomorrow. I've got to do a salad and vegetables, like sauteed vegetables. So I still have my work cut out for me tonight. So we'll do this brief 30-minute meditation tonight so that we can get some enjoyment back into our bodies. And I'll tell you how I'm going to structure this particular meditation. We're going to take a look at our physical body rows, and then we're going to take a look at our physical activity rows, and then we're going to clean out our vibration of enjoyment and run it through our physical activity rows. So by the time we're done, we will have given a nice hello and clean out to the body, as well as your ability to have physical activity. So that's what's planned. And if you want to go ahead and close your eyes, we can get started. Find the space right in the center of your head behind your eyes. And begin to collect up your energy from the day. Whatever you were doing, if you were out shopping, organizing, getting ready for the holiday, pull the edge of your aura back close to your body so that it's only about 2 or 3 feet from the edge of your skin. And you can visualize yourself inside a bubble, that bubble representing your aura, and imagine that you're going to bring that bubble in close around your body. Now we're going to create an energy tool called a grounding cord to help us release energy. So you want to create a line of energy starting at the base of your spine, where your first chakra is, and draw that line straight through your chair, through the bottom of the floor, through the dirt, the rocks, the rubble, and find the point that is right in the center of the planet and tie that line down to the center of the planet. Make sure that the part that's up at the base of your spine is anchored firmly too, whether you tie it around your spine or glue it to your first chakra or sew it in there, whatever imagery you want to use, make sure that both the top and the bottom part of that grounding cord are securely anchored. Now, to make your grounding cord slippery so that you can release energy down it, you can put a waterfall on it, or you could imagine putting some oil on it, or you could open up that line of energy like a tube so that energy can go right down the center of it. We're going to test drive the grounding cord. So go ahead and start to let go of the energy of the day today. Like I was saying, if you had errands to do or shopping, let the energy of all of that and all the people that you ran into today release from your aura. One of the most exhausting things of the holidays is how many people get their energy in our space. So take a few moments right now and release people from your aura. And then go ahead and let yourself off the hook. Release any responsibility that's lit up in your space right now before tomorrow, and give yourself a few minutes here, responsibility-free zone, so that you can relax and find your space. And it's true that tomorrow's holiday brings the next holiday. And I was out driving around today and saw people putting up Christmas lights. So I just wanted to say hello to that hurry up energy. Like, hurry up, let's get through this holiday and on to the next one. So look around your space for any of that rush, hurry up energy, and go ahead and release that. Good job. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a look at your physical body right now. And we're going to use the symbol. I originally said a rose, but I think for this physical body, we're going to use the symbol of a bubble. Keep it really simple. So if you would like to go ahead and imagine a clear bubble out in front of you on your big white movie screen. And with the postulate that this bubble represents your physical body energy, go ahead and ground that bubble to the center of the planet. So you're going to create another line of energy on the bubble and draw that line of energy to the center of the planet and anchor it in. Now let's go ahead and start to take a look at the energy in your bubble for your physical body. And the first thing that I'd like you to say hello to, and you're going to need to stay in the center of your head when you do this, is any energy that represents pain. So those might be really low vibrations, darker, heavier colors. So if you find that your body bubble has a lot of brown or grays, even black, go ahead, say hello to those colors and let them release down the grounding cord on the bubble. And then another energy to look for would be the vibration of effort in your physical body. Bodies actually like effort, but that might not be what we want in order to find enjoyment in the body. So look around for your body's effort and ground that. There's a lot of white energy associated with that effort. So see if you look in your bubble, if you find any of that white energy, go ahead, say hello to it and let it release down the grounding cord. Next would be limitations. Do you see the energy or get a sense of any limitations in your physical body bubble? Go ahead and release that energy of limitations. Those could be both energetic limitations and physical limitations. So if you find you have physical limitations, make sure you ground the energy of those so that they don't prevent you from enjoying your body. And next, take a look to see if you find any judgment about your physical body. Look for the energy of judgment and go ahead and release that down the grounding cord. That could be both your judgment as well as other people's judgment of you. So any judgment you find, just go ahead and send it down the grounding cord. And then the next energy to look for would be competition. And that might have been some of the white that I just had you release, but I would look for competition from family and friends. Say hello to it and release it. Good. And then the next energy to look for would be your mobility in your physical body bubble. Do you find that you have mobility in there? And ground that mobility. There's a little bit more white energy. I believe it's unconscious energy. So say hello to some more white and ground that. Good. That looks really good. Now, go ahead and call your energy back from the week. Bring it into a great big gold sun and place that sun above the bubble for your body. When that sun is filled with your energy, go ahead and fill the bubble in with the sun. And as soon as it's filled up, go ahead and we're going to destroy the bubble. Excuse me. I could feel that coming and I couldn't stop it. Just 1 minute. Yes, we're going to eliminate the bubble now that you've worked on it. So you could put an Acme bomb under it or whatever device you want to blow it up. We want to disperse all that energy that we just worked on. And this time around, we're going to create a rose or the image of a rose. I want you to visualize a rose out in front of you on your white movie screen. And as you create that rose, you're going to create it with the postulate that this represents your physical activity. Take a look at that rose as you create it, and underneath the stem of the rose, put a grounding cord so that the whole rose can ground to the center of the planet. And anchor that grounding cord to the center of the planet. And as you look at this rose for your physical activity, I would like you to ask the question, Do you overall have a positive association with activity or a negative one? And wherever you feel or sense that you have a negative association with physical activity, go ahead and clear the colors and the energy that represent that. Let them ground down the grounding cord. You can also let the darker, heavier colors release from the rose. These will represent low level vibrations. I'm going to call out a couple of low level vibrations to make sure that you get them out of your rose. And the first one would be discomfort. Any discomfort associated with physical activity, you can ground that right out of the rose. So physical discomfort is another kinder, gentler way of saying pain. So I'd also like you to look for pain. Just look for the colors that represent pain. You don't have to dive into it or become it. Just say hello to it from the center of your head and send it down the grounding cord. Do you get any stiffness from physical activity? Say hello to that energy and ground it. Any joint pain, go ahead and ground that out. And in this physical activity rose, go ahead and look for any limitations that you have in there and ground them out. Those could be anything from physical limitations to thinking that you are limited by time or accessibility. Just ground that energy of limitations. And then clear any exhaustion that comes up in your physical activity rose. Exhaustion or even just fatigue from the day. I'd also ground out the energy of any past injuries that you've had from physical activity. And then ground out any unpleasant activities or experiences that you've had during physical activity. All right. Now let's go ahead and start to lighten this space up. Start by saying hello to the joy that you had as a child when you played. Just take a moment and say hello to that vibration. Think back to a time when you remember playing and having exuberance in your body. And start to begin to call your energy back from your childhood. Bring that into a great big gold sun above the rose for your physical activity. And then fill the rose in with that big gold sun of your childhood joy. And we're actually going to ground the vibration of enjoyment for you now so that you can run that enjoyment through the rose. So to the right of the rose that you have out on your screen already, create a second rose and let that rose represent your energy vibration of enjoyment, pure enjoyment. Put a grounding cord on that second rose and ground it to the center of the planet. Take a look at your vibration of enjoyment, and that is normally a very high energy vibration. So if you find any browns or blacks or grays or whites in there, you might want to automatically release them because those are going to be lower energy vibrations than enjoyment. And look at the rose and see if you can find the highest and brightest color in your enjoyment rose. And you want to keep saying hello to that brightest color so that it will grow. And while that color is growing, you can be releasing the darker, heavier colors from the rose. Okay, now look at that rose for your enjoyment vibration. Find the highest color in that rose, and you're going to arc some of that brightest color from the rose on the right over to the rose that represents your physical activity. And we're just going to run that brightest color through the rose for activity and to clean it out. Like use it as a washing agent to just flush that rose out. You can let that enjoyment vibration go all the way through the rose, all the petals, then down the stem of the rose, and fill up the grounding cord that you have on the rose. And when that rose is completely filled with your joyful vibration, you can go ahead and blow that rose up. And then you can, before you blow up your enjoyment rose, I would take some of that color and bring it into your crown chakra and run that enjoyment in a clockwise motion on top of your head to bring your crown chakra to the vibration of enjoyment. And that's a nice way to set the energy for the holiday tomorrow. Good job. We'll do one last gold sun, and this is to call back all of your gratitude that you've given away. Go ahead and call back all the energy of gratitude of yours. Bring that into a great big gold sun above your head. And fill yourself in with that gratitude. Let that gold sun come all the way through your aura, fill up your body, and fill up your grounding cord as well. And when you're all filled in, you can come on out of trance and open your eyes. I want to take a moment and thank all of you. I'm very, very grateful for you. You guys have been wonderful to me. You support me. You join me in the sanctuary, and I'm absolutely loving the company in the sanctuary so that we can all grow and evolve together. So my thanks to all of you tonight. And I want to wish everybody a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. I just have 2 announcements. We have an optimism healing next Wednesday night. I better check. No, it's Tuesday night. Optimism in the sanctuary. And then the next Friday night is Female Fridays, and the topic is spiritual freedom. So that's what's coming up next week. And I wish all of you a wonderful holiday with your friends. If you're home alone, you're never alone. Have a wonderful time with Supreme Being. And if you are alone, take a few moments to ground, meditate, and do some mock-ups, because it's going to be a high energy day. So thank you again, all of you. Happy Thanksgiving. I've got my eyes on you, and I will see you next Tuesday evening. Bye-bye.